everybody, welcome back to 6 Foot Sports. Did you guys miss me? So I'm here with a legend, my favorite NBA basketball player. I wore his number when I was at Seton Hall. Yes, my favorite NBA legend, Patrick Ewing. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm like literally blushing. I can't get this smile off my face. I'm just excited. So how's everything going?
Things are going great. I'm hanging in there, having a good year.
Yes.
Enjoying the cold weather.
Yes, you know, because he's a yardie, fellow yardie, and I like the cold weather.
No, I mean I like the cold weather, but it is what it is, you know.
So you didn't know anything about basketball. You started to play cricket and soccer first. How did you get into basketball?
Yeah, you know, growing up in Kingston, I didn't know anything about basketball. I played with, you grew up in Jamaica, you play soccer, you play cricket, football, you play cricket, and then when my mother moved me to America, that's when I found basketball and fell in love with it.
So you were supposed to go to Boston College and Boston University, but you ended up at Georgetown instead. Why Georgetown?
You know, I was gonna go wherever I wanted to. I mean, no one told me I had to go here or I had to go there. It was my decision. And my last visit was Georgetown, and I fell in love with Coach Thompson. Just being a black man, a black youth, I was 17, 18, and seeing a strong black man and the way that he was very articulate, and he played the position I played, and I thought that I would learn a tremendous amount from him. So that's why I chose Georgetown, and I'm a mama's boy, so I want to be able to grow and get from underneath my mother and father, and that's why I chose Georgetown.
So at Georgetown, people did some crazy things, like throw things at you on the court. How did you handle that as a player?
As you learn that people can be rude, even kids can be rude, because when I moved here from Jamaica, I was a new kid. They teased me back then. My accent. They teased me about my accent. They teased me because I was tall. They tease you about everything. They tease you because you're the new kid. Yeah, man. You can see it. Yes. Throw that in there. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So when I got to college, a lot of the schools didn't, or mad that I didn't choose their school. So, they tried to intimidate me in a way with the negative signs and all that stuff, but I just took it out on their team. Yeah, of course. The post play. Were you a beast on the boards? I was. I was good on the boards, good on blocking. I wasn't taking anything from anybody. Yes. If a coaching position at Georgetown would ever open up, would you consider taking it? First of all, I hope it don't. Comes open, and I enjoy coaching in the NBA. Nothing wrong with college, and if maybe one day I might decide to go down to college, but right now, I enjoy coaching in the NBA. In college is more of a teaching these guys, yes. But with most of the guys who come to the NBA now, most of them are one and done. So you're doing the same teaching here, but with less responsibility. In college, less responsibility. The recruiting. Recruiting aspect of it. You have to make sure they're going to school. Make sure that they're not messing up in the dorm. No, I have my own kids I have to raise. I don't want to be responsible for how many guys that are in the college team now. What, 15, 16? Yeah, I don't want to be responsible for 15 kids. You get your tested. Yeah, you make sure all that stuff. So in the NBA, if you don't, grown men, so supposedly grown, supposedly. So if you don't but if they don't do what they're supposed to do, that's on them. So okay. So that being said, how do you feel the game has changed college-wise and NBA-wise since you've been playing? College-wise, it's hard to say because only time I watch college games is really when Georgetown played, and so you don't watch. So weird. So you don't watch no college basketball. No, not a lot. So that means you don't watch no women basketball either. I watch them. Some. I watch. I watch UConn. They're one of the powerhouses. Well, I went to Seton Hall, so you have to share the love to every university. On the women's side, I share all the love. But on the men's side, my heart is with the Hoyas. Yes. I bleed blue.
Yes.
But and so it's hard for me to say how the college game. Well, I guess it's not as physical as when I played, especially in the Big East. You know, when I played in the Big East, you know, it was extremely physical. A lot of things got let go, and a lot of things wasn't. And you know, from now watching the games, even in the post, you know, the way that they play in the post, I'm like, if you play like that in the post back when I was playing, I probably would score 50. And you know, that's the way they try to play it. And when they come to the NBA, I'm like, no. So we have to change everything that they do. I'm like, no, you can't play like that.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be able to body the guy. You know, they have the new rules, you one arm, one bent arm, and So you know, if you do that in college, it's a foul. So
I don't think you would have scored 50 on me, but you know,
man,
my arm work is strong. I'm Jamaican.
I'm gonna say,
all
right. Since you're so strong, and I'll probably say 40 then.
You know, my post move is really good. You know, you wasn't even ready for that one right there. You know.
So you can score it and not only rebound.
I can rebound. I'll post you up. I'll face you up. I'll take it to the basket. You know, probably possibly dunk it in your face. You know.
Y'all listening to all this, right?
So now you're leaving Georgetown. You're heading into the Knicks. What's your most memorable moment with the Knicks?
I have a lot of great memories. You know, getting drafted, draft day. When I reflect, even now when I reflect, my father just passed away last year, and you know, when I go to his grave, I go to my mother's grave, and I tell him, you know, thank you for bringing me to this country, because you know, growing up in Jamaica, the area I grew up is very poor, and moving here to America, and to who knows what I would have been if I had stayed there. And I was brought to this country, and I was able to make something of myself. You know, playing a sport that I fell in love with when I moved here, and now I'm going to play for a team that, you know, and I'm not going to say I watched, because you know, growing up I was more of a Sixers fan because of Dr. J. But I'm going to play for a team that are in a city that was close to Boston, was close to DC, so all my friends and my family could come and watch me play. And one of my sisters lived in New York, so I had family that was close.
So you're one of the greatest players of all time, you know, but you never won an NBA title and you never got a ring. Does that affect you? Do you think about that anytime?
I mean, naturally, I would love to have won an NBA championship ring. I've won 3 championships in high school. I go to college, made it to the championship games 3 times. I should have 3 rings in college.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we only came away with 1.
You got one more than me. One more than me.
Then I come to the NBA. I'm like, you know what? I was that great in high school, that great in college, you know, and growing up in Boston, talking to Bill Russell, I'm like, I want to be like Bill Russell. I want to get 11 rings. And you know, you don't really realize how difficult it is to get there. And unfortunately, we lost to Houston in seven games, and the one against San Antonio I wasn't able to play because I got hurt. But I may think about it, and you know, sometimes I wish I had won it. I mean, everybody, that's when you play anything, you want to come away with you know, the title, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. Plus, I was playing in an era that they had one of the greatest players ever played this game, and he lets me know every day that he's the main reason why I didn't win one.
Well, you're my greatest player of all time, so we're not going to name names. we know who he's talking about. We're not going to name names though. So, but you did play on the '92 Dream Team. Right. You know, how was that experience?
It was great. It was a great experience. You know, when you play for you know, when I play for the Knicks or when I play for Georgetown, I'm playing for the fans of that university, and you know, and then when you play in the Olympics, you are representing the whole country. So you know, to do that it was a dream come true. Basketball wasn't big in Jamaica, so I you know, and later on
I did not bring
later
that up.
on,
My yardies out there. We know you didn't play for Jamaica. I did not bring that up.
Yeah, you know, I see Bolt doing his thing, and then sometimes I'm like, man, it probably would have been great to compete for Jamaica.
I just have to ask you this: do you ever think about that layup you missed that would have put your team in the finals?
Oh, definitely. You know, we made the finals the previous years and the previous year, and that series against Indiana, I hurt my leg, and I wasn't at 100%. I went up for that layup, and I'm looking at it, and I see the ball, you know, I'm like, it's going in. It's like bounce to one side, bounce to the other side. Think it's going to go in, and it just comes back out. I'm like, oh, are you for real? Yeah. So, you know, I think about it. And plus, a lot of the fans in New York, I was in the airport about a year ago, and a Knicks fan came up to me like, man, Patrick, I love you, but how could you miss that layup? I'm like, that's 100 years ago. You still remembering that?
I blocked it. He didn't know because I wasn't born yet. Well, I was, but he didn't know yet. He went up.
You tipped it out.
I tipped it out. I'm sorry.
Tipped it out.
I blocked it. It was just the spirit of TJ, you know what I'm saying? So it was one of those. So, I mean, the Knicks have a phenomenal team this year. Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony, Brandon Jennings. You know, do you think that they can win a championship in years to come with this team that they have?
Since you asking about the enemy right now, you know, I work in Charlotte. Yeah, I'm a Knick, true and blue, but I'm not sure if they have enough to win a championship. They're a very good team, you know, led by Carmelo. Porzingis is
unicorn,
young and up and coming player. I love what I see in him. I love his tenacity and his fight. You know, Derrick Rose, he's playing much better, you know, coming off those injuries that he had. You know, Carmelo is, you know, he's Carmelo. You know, he's a great player. You know, and I admire when I watch him play. I admire what I see him do. But you know, they live in an era where you know, Cleveland and LeBron is the top dog in the East, and the Warriors in the West, and you know, San Antonio is great in the West, and
which is
the
my
Clippers.
Team.
San Antonio,
yes.
Not Charlotte. It's not Charlotte. Dang.
Charlotte, yeah.
Oh.
But, you know, thank you so much for taking the time, sitting down with me. Amazing. My favorite basketball player of all time, 33. I wear 33. You know, we're just not going to go in that. And remember to my viewers to comment, rate, and subscribe to 6FootSports for the best news in sports. Tell them to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
6FootSports, we got to get it together.
Please subscribe to 6FootSports.
You heard it first.
Big up.
Have a good one, and stay tuned for many more amazing interviews to come your way. Bye.